Alright guys, so we've got a old C10. I believe it's a 64 or 66 C10. Customer has decided that they want to surprise their husband for Christmas. Now they've owned this truck for quite a few years. I'm not sure how many years they've actually owned it, but it has not been on the road for quite some time. You can see 2014 is the last time it was registered. So they want us to try and get it going. It's a little rough, quite rough in some areas, but it's a good, good solid pickup. It's got some spots here and there. Nothing too god awful bad. Looks like 68,000 on the odometer. I don't know if that's turned over or not, but it's actually got a 4-link suspension in the rear, which is pretty cool. So, first thing we're going to do today is I'm going to pull off this fuel line, and I'm going to put my own makeshift fuel pump, fuel tank, and see if she fires off. As you can see, there's some wiring issues that we've got to take care of. Stuff like that is just not gonna fly. It's not the way that we do it up here. We want this vehicle to be safe for the customer and reliable. So come along with the journey of bringing the C10 back to life. Crank it. No sparky spark. No spark at all. We are getting... Turn the key on. Key on? Huh? Okay, try it again. Yeah, just crank it over. No, we're not getting any spark. Not getting any spark at all. So, we've got to figure out what motor is in this. 305, 350. And then order some parts. Wanted to make sure that we weren't barking up the wrong tree. Alright guys, so I've taken off the cap and the rotor. Sorry, I'm putting things down. And right in here, it actually has an old point system. I was a little surprised to see, just because I was told this motor was a newer motor. I don't understand why they would still use the old point setup and not go to a newer electronic system. But regardless, we're going to use this for now just to get it running, and then I'm going to try and talk to the customer and see if we can upgrade the ignition system completely. But this is the old point system in the 350s and the Chevys. It's a little different on Fords, but all this is it's just held in by a flathead there, and then a flathead over here. It sits right here. You can see the other flathead right there. And then there's one wire that hooks into the front. And that goes right there. So we're going to replace this and see if we get spark from there. We're going to also replace the old rotor. We cleaned the cap up pretty good, so like I said, we're going to try and get the customer to upgrade the system to a more reliable electronic system without points. But this is the old rotor. You can see it's seen better days. But we're going to replace it with a new one. And we'll get back to you in just a couple minutes here. All right, so here's your pick-em-up truck. All I've done so far is I bypassed your fuel tank. It's got some really cruddy stuff in there. We're going to have to clean that out. But I bypassed that just into this jug temporarily. I have not bought a new battery yet. I'm just jumping it with my 2 jumpers. So I rigged up the fuel system. I've got a new rotor under that cap and new points. I was really surprised to see that there's points there. That's wicked old school. I would really love to upgrade all that ignition system. But this is how far I've got. Go ahead. All right, set it down. All right, it is Sunday, I believe December 1st. Yeah, that sounds right. School is canceled. And it's snowing. All right, you don't care about that. So, I have been working on and off most of the weekend, taking care of my kids, blah, blah, blah. Don't want to hear about that either, I'm sure. Let's get into it. I have gotten this side all done. New upper and lower control arms. New springs. New ball joints. Obviously, you're looking at this. You see your disc brake conversion kit is on. I also went ahead, cleaned up your frame a little bit, just here in the front. I didn't go too crazy on it, but I wanted it to make it, look good. So I did a little bit of cleaning and painting and whatnot. But you have a complete, brand new front end. I still need to do your steering components, which I have those in the box. And I just finished up. I still got to put the shock on the passenger side. But I just finished up over here. Cleaned this up a little bit for you and painted it. Made it look a little better. But this is the driver's side. Same thing. Upper, lower. Control arms, springs. Both springs. Upper and lower ball joint. Got your disc brake conversion for the front. Your new shock. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. I've still got to do the steering components in the morning after I get done plowing. Once again, it's December 1st. It is snowing. I'm hoping that you enjoy. Key on?
What? No. Key's in, but I'm not getting anything. Oh.
There you go. Turn that key on again. Yep, see it filling up. Bowls are full. I don't see any leaks up here.
Turn the key off.
Turn the key off. Double check, make sure there's nothing in the way. Go ahead and fire it. Be ready to shut it off.
Ready?
Yep. Hold on. Give it a shot. Try it. Couple revs all the way down. Should do it itself. It's got an automatic choke. Yeah! All right, man. Gonna do another update real quick here for you. As you can see, brand new brakes in the rear. Parts are depleting, meaning they're going in. Tank's right there. It's gonna be going in the truck very shortly. Let's see what we got going on up here. You already know about the front suspension, brakes, blah, blah, blah. You've already seen that. But you ain't seen that yet, at least installed. So, quick story on that. Went to install it. Parts actually fell out of it. They kind of just broke at some point in time, I'm guessing within shipping or something. Your wife and I have got the new one coming. Should be here, supposed to be today, but because of the weather, I guess they pushed it out till tomorrow. Carburetor, I don't know if I've shown you this yet. Carburetor's on. That is the HEI distributor, standalone system. No more coil sitting over here like it was. It's actually built into it. Pretty cool. New spark plugs and wires. A little bit thicker wires. New alternator. This is actually a one-wire alternator. This literally is exactly what it says. You have a wire that comes from the back of the alternator to your positive post. And that's it. There is no more of any of that crappy wire that used to lead to your regulator, which there's one piece of it there. The other piece is on the ground over there. No more regulator needed. Also, not sure who wired this thing up, but man, I have no idea how this truck did not burn to the ground. As you can see, this wire leading off here, it's pretty thick, and there's a reason for that, because you know you're literally charging the whole truck with one wire. It's supposed to lead from there to the battery, and the wire that was on this thing was so small. Now, this is the correct size wire for charging. What you had was that red one. And as you can see, that is a very thin wire. That's meant for, you know, wiring up a switch or something like that, running some lights, but nothing of charging system. So I'm really surprised you didn't have any melting and major issues. But hey, we've got it all taken care of. Let's see, what else have we done? This is your fuel pressure regulator. You're going to be able to tell how much fuel pressure is going into the carburetor. New fuel filter. What else have we got done? I'm going to be working on building brake lines. We actually purchased brake lines from Summit Racing, but they're not going to work for what we're trying to do. This vehicle is actually quite weird, where there are so many joints, because you only had the master cylinder only had one line coming out of it. It's split everywhere else. There's like, I think I counted 5 joints. I don't want that. I want your brake lines to go from your master cylinder, one to your front, one to the other front, and one leading to the rear. I don't want anything that could possibly fail later on down the road. So I'm just going to build my own, make my own flares. This is copper line. This is like the best stuff to work with. It doesn't rot, doesn't rust. It's good for a long time. And it's actually pretty easy to run, so I don't mind doing a little bit of custom work when I can. What else we got? Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. You probably already seen the video a little bit before this, but boom. Brand new windshield. And this has got a little bit of tint to it too, so that's actually pretty cool. And I'm sure you saw the video a little bit before this. But yeah, that was pretty cool to watch. One of my buddies actually come in and did it. I think you've seen your new tires. No more wicked rake like that with tractor tires on the rear. We're going to paint the rims black. You'll see that, obviously, before you even see the video. And what else we got going on? Oh, yeah, I guess I can show you this. In the package, I had to get a new air filter because that's your old air filter. And it's just really cruddy. And this was, you know, a pretty good deal, so picked it up. And instead of trying to clean the old one up and paint it, whatnot, it's just not worth it. Here's your old alternator. Pile of old parts. A couple of new things going in. A couple other good new things going in. New throttle cable, gonna try and get that in tomorrow. Yeah, so just a quick update. Today is Thursday the 5th? 5th or 6th, I can't really remember. Several problems going on, obviously, trying to rebuild an old truck in such a short amount of time. Parts not coming in, weather related. Hey, we're going to make it. We're going to get this done. You're going to love it. And there you go. it feels like an old truck, but it actually goes pretty decent. Obviously, we haven't brought it up to high speeds yet, but second are there.
Yep.
I think she's going to be an okay little pickup.
Yeah.
Got some corks. I think we definitely needs the alignment done.
Oh yeah.
You can hear that fuel pump, boy. You know she's working. I would say it's a success.
Yeah.
Missing the curve a little bit. Love to see power steering in this thing.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be great.
Got some blind spots on this.